Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video and I hope that you are doing really well. So I'm obviously in a different place this week. We are in Dublin. We're in Ireland for a few days. Yeah. Basically Grant had a work trip, so me and Jonah thought we would tag along. We are only here for 2 nights, but I thought I'd vlog a little bit of it. We basically got the ferry yesterday from Wales over to Dublin, and then we had a little bit of time yesterday afternoon. We had last night, and then we have got basically a full day today, and then we are going home in the morning. So not a load of time, but I thought why not come along on this trip since we can. And me and Jonah can just spend a bit of time together here in Dublin and explore a little bit and just have a nice change of scenery. I didn't really vlog yesterday, but I did kind of just take some little pictures and some small shots of kind of what we got up to and that kind of thing. So we had a really early start at 3:30 in the morning. I got up anyway. And then yeah, we had a drive over to go and get the ferry, and having Jonah, we always kind of try to add on like an extra hour to whatever our itinerary is. But we drove over, got on the ferry, and I was pleasantly surprised actually. The last time me and Grant were on a ferry together, it was when we went to Amsterdam when I think I was about 16. And on the way back we basically hit this huge storm and it was just horrendous. It was awful. We did try to get a family picture on the top deck, but it was so windy. The wind just had other ideas. But we had a nice wander around on the top deck, and then we did find a cinema room which was really cool. So they were playing Luca in one cinema room, which I think is a Disney film, and then they were playing Thor in a separate room, so it was really good. Then they also had some upgraded lounges that you could pay a bit extra to go to. So overall, actually, the ferry was really nice. It's really weird because I actually get a little bit seasick on ferries, but if I'm out just on the ocean, on a catamaran, a boat, anything, I am almost always fine, whereas Grant gets a bit seasick on them. But on a ferry, I don't know what it is, but yeah, we did have a good half an hour or so in the cinema room, and then Jonah was getting a bit fed up. I was starting to feel a little bit seasick, so we went back into the main area and just chilled in there basically until it was time to get off. And then when we arrived at our hotel, we're staying at the Malone Hotel, Merrion Road. It is just south of Dublin on the coastline, which is nice. Grant had to go to work and do one of his jobs. Me and Jonah went for a wander down into one of the local towns and had a lovely coffee at a place called Hatch, which is an independent coffee store. And then I was going to take him to a playground that I passed that looked really good, but he fell asleep. So after that we basically came back to the hotel. Jonah had a nice nap and I just kind of rested. Then we met up with Grant and had tea here last night. So that was basically what we got up to yesterday. Now it's obviously the next day. We have already been down for breakfast with Grant. He's gone off to work. Jonah has just woke up from his nap. So now me and Jonah, we basically have kind of most of the day together, I think. The nature of how it works on Grant's work trips is that there's not really a finish time that we expect him to be back by, so we're just going to kind of do our own thing and just see whenever Grant is able to finish work and join us. So I've been looking for things to do in Dublin. I think we might get the bus up the coastline into Dublin today. The last time I was in Dublin was 10 years ago, which is mad when I think back. It was a trip that I did with uni and it was really good. I just can't believe it was 10 years ago. But I did things like the Guinness Storehouse, we did the Croke Park Stadium, we did a night out in Temple Bar, and they're 3 massive things that I would wholeheartedly recommend if you come to Dublin. We had so much fun and they were so good. I think they are some of the main tourist attractions in Dublin, but I loved them. I'd really recommend that you do them. But it's just interesting because obviously this time I'm in Dublin 10 years later with a baby, and I will be with him there on my own today. So I'm really not sure kind of how today is going to go. We're just going to see what we can get up to and just enjoy having a day in Dublin together. And I thought I'd bring the camera along and just vlog it. I have been having a look into things to do, and I found somewhere called the Epic Irish Emigration Museum. It's all about a lot of different Irish people and their stories, but it also seems to have a lot of like interactive stands and bright colourful lights, things like that. So I thought that Jonah might really enjoy visiting this one. So I think we're going to go there, and then I might take him over to the Temple Bar pub. I just felt like it would just be nostalgic to go there because like I said, I had a night out in Temple Bar like 10 years ago. I might head over to Grafton Street, which is one of the like main shopping areas, and I'm sure we will get coffee along the way, get some lunch or something. I'm not really sure, but yeah, that is the general sort of plan for today. I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm a bit nervous because I need to go and get cash out because I don't think the buses here have contactless. So I need to go and get some cash out. I didn't bring any euros with me. It's crazy, isn't it, that I didn't even think about bringing any euros with me. I have some at home, but I just didn't even think about cash. So go and get some money out. There is a petrol station, M&S Food, right next to this hotel, which is great. So I'm going to bob in there and get some cash. And then I think we're going to jump on the bus, which I'm a bit nervous about just because I've never done it with a pram and Jonah. And yeah, it's just a bit nerve-wracking when you are a first-time mum and you're doing things on your own, like in a brand new city. So yeah, I'm a bit nervous, but I want to try and push myself a bit out of my comfort zone and do something that we've not done before. And I just keep thinking to myself, like, what's the worst that can happen? Nothing bad is going to happen. If we get there and we don't like it, we can just leave. It's fine. But I think when you're doing things for the first time, it can be nerve-wracking and just make you feel a bit anxious. But since we're so close to Dublin, it'd be a shame to not go into Dublin. So I don't want to let my like anxiousness of doing something completely new and getting ourselves there and all that kind of stuff not allow us to go out and enjoy the day. I hope that makes some kind of sense. But yeah, we're gonna get Jonah dressed and we'll get out and then see what we get up to today. Okay, I think first up is going to be a coffee here at the hotel. Might help if we press the button. I think the first stop is going to be coffee here just at the hotel.
Ground floor.
Get Jonah his milk. Ready? It's really nice and quiet down here. Hi. Hello, cheeky. We've got some milkies for Jonah. And we've got some coffee for Mama. What's that? Made it! I don't know why I was so nervous about getting the bus here, but we're here now. Jonah has actually just fallen asleep, but I think I'm still going to go in the museum anyway, now that we're here. So we'll see what it's like, but yeah, I'm so happy that we got here.
This is the last surviving warehouse. Today, Epic stands as the cornerstone of the CHP building.
I woke up in the middle of the night. And I wondered how you're always right. It gets me. I couldn't see what you saw in me. you showed me how to believe.
Feeling very cultured after that little trip to the museum. It was so good. It was really, really interesting to learn a bit more about the emigration. Yeah, the emigration and a bit more of Ireland's history and the people of Ireland, their history. I love visiting a little museum and just finding out some more information. And like I said, I've been to Dublin before, but I've never done that museum, the Epic Museum, which is just behind me. But it was really good. I really enjoyed it, and they give you a little passport to take around the museum with you, and then you can stamp it when you've gone to each little part of each exhibition. And I loved that. It was very interactive. There was a lot of information, but it was just a really good little museum. I really enjoyed that. I've just stopped now to give Jonah a bite to eat and have a drink. And I think now I'm going to head to Temple Bar and then maybe do a bit of mooching and a bit of shopping on Grafton Street, I think it's called. But Jonah, bless him, slept for about halfway round the museum, which was nice actually, because I was able to just kind of have a really good look at all of the different exhibitions and things, and have a good little read, which is really nice. And then he woke up and he did enjoy looking at, there were a lot of like bright lights and things, so he enjoyed that. But yeah, I definitely recommend coming and having a look. It was really good, wasn't it? Yeah, good boy. He's been so good, bless him. Like I said before, I was a bit nervous about coming out today and like doing all these things and getting on the bus, and I know it sounds like quite a little thing, but I feel like if it's, well, whatever it is, if you're anxious about it, it's not a little thing to you, and it is valid. So yeah, I'm feeling very proud of us for getting out and coming here today and making the most of the day and enjoying it as well. It's been really nice so far, so we'll carry on now and go and see a bit more of Dublin.
It is hard to share my thoughts. Ooh, na na na. It's like cutting a wound in a bleeding heart. It gets me, but I know that you need it all.
Where half the world away, I've been lost, I've been found, but I don't feel down.
Na na na. Just give me some time, 'cause I need to know that you're staying.
Nice, do you like it?
I like that, yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's not for me. We are back together. We've just met Grant and we've come to the Lincoln's Inn for dinner tonight. So we're going to stay in Dublin for dinner and then get back to the hotel after, I think. But I found this on like one of those like tourist maps, and it's supposed to be quite a nice place for dinner, and it looks really cute and cozy in here.
It's quite nicely lit, it's quite warm.
Yeah, it is. It's really cute in here. It's really nice. Got a little view out the window, and menu looks good. You had a good day at work?
Yeah, well, yeah, my laptop broke, so
Oh.
I had to like work around that. That's like my main tool.
Oh, you're so cute. Jonah is just down here. Yeah, he's just fallen asleep in his pram, bless him, in the like last half an hour. This is the name of the, I don't know if it's a restaurant or a pub. We were just looking at the beef and Guinness pie, and they also have a traditional Irish stew, which sounds really nice. Food has arrived. We both went for the pies. They look really good. Good morning, everyone. It is the next day. I think last time I picked the camera up we were having tea, and that was so good. We basically just went back to the hotel after tea and put Jonah to bed and then got to bed ourselves. It's the next day and it's been a, how would you describe the start to this morning, Graham? Busy. So we're just waiting to board the ferry, and we have made it with 5 minutes to spare before check-in closed. That was like, I honestly thought on the drive here that we weren't gonna make it then. Did you? I honestly thought that we weren't gonna make it for like a few minutes.
I always have faith.
I honestly thought we might not make it, but we've just made it with 5 minutes to spare. I'm gonna have to cook. Oh, bless you. What are you, Graham?
Friday.
You sausage. Here we go. We made it! Yay!
I think we deserve a McDonald's when we get to the other end.
Oh my god. I'm just going to apologise in advance because I feel like this vlog is going to be so all over the place. It's actually the next day again, so I think yesterday the only time I picked up the Are you dancing? That's nice. The only time I picked up the camera was when we were driving onto the ferry. We basically ended up having like a mad dash to get onto the ferry before the like departure onboarding closed. We literally ended up having 5 minutes, so it was just like a big rush, and I genuinely thought for a second that we weren't gonna get on the ferry and we were gonna have to book another ferry. But thankfully we made it and we got back home safe and sound. But yeah, I didn't vlog anything else yesterday. Is that funny? It was basically just a travel day, and we just basically took it like slow. So the ferry took about 3 hours from Dublin Port over to Wales, and then we drove from Wales about another 3 hours back home into England. So yeah, it was just a bit of a travel day really, so I didn't really vlog anything else, but I wanted to just wrap this vlog up. I did want to mention as well that I was reading this book I'm laughing because I've literally got a tissue as a bookmark. But I just wanted to quickly share that this is the book that I was reading on the ferry yesterday. Jonah ended up having a really good nap. He slept actually for most of the ferry in his pram yesterday, which was great. And we just got like a comfy little area on some of the like sofas. We had some drinks, and I just read for a couple of hours, and Grant was just chilling as well. He was doing some work bits, and yeah, it was just really nice actually. But I thought I would just quickly share this book. It is called Stolen by Leslie Pierce. Never actually read anything from her before, and this book, I randomly found it when I was away somewhere early in the year. You know, on one of those book stands when you're on holiday, and they do, it's like the swap books. You can swap a book whilst you're there. But yeah, I just thought I'd read it. I thought I'd share it in case anyone else is interested in reading it, because it's just been just quite a fun, easy read so far. It's obviously fictional, and it's basically about a woman. A woman is found on a beach, but she has no memories, so it's all about that. That's the kind of concept of it. But just thought I'd quickly share that one if anyone else is interested in finding a new read at the minute. But yeah, it's the next day now. Me and Jonah are just about to go and see Nanny, aren't we? Yeah. He's got such a cute little outfit today. This is the one that he wore for his last photo shoot. And if you can see it, he's getting so big now. So yeah, we are gonna go and see Nanny for a coffee today, aren't we? And tell her all about our trip to Dublin. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'm going to wrap it up here. Like I said, I know it's probably been a bit hectic and kind of all over the place, But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching anyway, and if you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.